So we ordered a pizza. And when the pizza came, there was 4 or 5 guys outside the door.
5 guys delivering 1 pizza.
Guys, so Zack had to work on the final night of The Last Dance, episode 9 and 10. So I brought him in, and we're just going to discuss the entire documentary as a whole. You know, I'm sure most of you guys by now have seen episode 9 and 10. So if you have not, do not watch this video because this is going to be a spoiler. But I just wanted to get your opinion and your thoughts on the documentary as a whole. Like your expectations coming in, you know, your favorite episodes, and just your overall thoughts.
I mean, my expectations going in, I mean, didn't really know what to expect, to be honest. I mean, you had an outline of like, oh, they're gonna just pan over like the 3-peats and all that, and that was like really like the only thing that I knew they were gonna go after, and like him going to the White Sox, but I didn't have like a true expectation of what it will be and everything.
Yeah, no, because I thought the interesting part coming into it, you know, they titled it The Last Dance. We knew that they had all this footage from the 98 season, but I was thinking to myself, like, how are they going to, you know, kind of spread that out over 10 episodes? And I really enjoyed the way, especially early on, the way they were able to bounce back and forth and not make it seem like it was forced. You know, certain episodes were dedicated to certain players, and that allowed us to go back in history. And then, of course, like, you know, the final 2 episodes were really focused on the ending of what was, you know, the Dynasty. But did you have a favorite episode?
I mean, you know my love always with Rodman.
I know. I knew you were going to say Rodman.
But, I mean, honestly, no, not really. I mean, I kind of went into each and every week. Like, not that I didn't expect a lot from it, but, like, I wasn't expecting what it actually truly was. Like every week it just blew my mind, and like I was just ready for more, so I was really happy about that.
Yeah, no, it was incredibly well done. For me personally, the ending of episode 7, like, still, like, I have goosebumps just talking about it. But like Zach said, I don't really know what my expectations were coming in. I just knew, you know, it was going to be something that I was going to enjoy. I didn't, you know, have these crazy expectations. But I also was, you know, being a Bulls fan, was super excited to kind of see this inside. And shout out to the director and the directors and the entire film crew and ESPN, because they did a wonderful job.
Yeah, I mean, like, really, like, the only thing that, like, I knew ahead of time was what Jordan said in some interview, saying that, like, after people watch this, like, everybody's gonna hate me, and I didn't know what to expect at that point once I saw that.
Yeah. For me, one of the biggest takeaways, one of the things that I feel like I really learned, something that I'll always take away from this, is how, like, underpaid Scottie Pippen was. Like, I'd already always heard how underpaid he was, but that's just something that stuck with me throughout this whole documentary, is how just, you know, he was totally just, like, what'd you say? He was 6th on the team in overall, like, salary?
Yeah, and like 135th in the league.
That's absurd. This is Scottie Pippen we're talking about. But is there anything else? You know, obviously the way it ended, it's interesting because, you know, they end it like they win their 6th championship, but then it kind of it ends on kind of a sad note because, you know, it's over and they, you know, split up the team.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I want to ask you, if they didn't split the team up, do you think they win the next year?
Oh, that's so tough. So 99, correct me if I'm wrong, was a shortened season, I believe, because of a lockout. I think the Spurs won it. Is that correct?
Yeah, because Steve Kerr went to the Spurs.
Okay.
Spurs won.
So I think that plays in favor for the Bulls. MJ, I know he says he wants to play, like I said, he was wanting to go for a 7th. He seemed pretty worn out after that 6th. I still think, you know, I'm never going to rule them out. So I'm going to say yes, if they had played as they could potentially win a 7th. But again, it just comes down, for me, it comes down to, you know, Krause telling Phil Jackson, even if you go 82-0, you're going to be out after this year. And that kind of seemed to be the nail in the coffin. That's, I feel like, why, you know, it was titled The Last Dance and everyone knew it was really over.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a shame that, like, it ended the way it ended with how Krause treated Jackson. Yeah.
It's so interesting because, you know, like, Krause was the one that pushed for Jackson to, you know, become the head coach. And then the fallout, it's just like, I don't know. Looking back on it, it would be interesting to see, like, if Phil Jackson was like, hey, because they offered, like they said, they offered Phil Jackson, you know, that contract to come back on like a 1-year deal to come back. And he said no, but if he had said yes, I'd assume MJ would return. You know, do they not trade Scotty? You know, he said it would be tough to convince Scotty to come in. And I don't know. I guess we'll never know, right?
Yeah, I mean, oh well. I mean, we were lucky enough to have the 6 championships and to actually see what happened with everything.
So. No, that's the thing, Zach. Like I was talking to my buddy about it last night. Like, you know, I personally, I was too young. I didn't see the Lakers 3-peat, so I don't know what a 3-peat looks like. I've seen a 2-peat. I've never seen a 3-peat since I've started watching basketball. So the fact that a team did that twice in a span of 8 years, I just sometimes, I don't think we appreciate like the greatness behind that. Also, I want to touch on this really quickly. There was a story coming out today about the Utah Jazz, like the pizza, like, you know, the food poisoning for MJ. And the Utah Jazz, the guy that apparently delivered his pizza came out and said he was a Bulls fan and that it was not true. And now there's rumors that Jordan was hungover. But I'll put the link to the article if you guys want to check it out. I just want to mention that really quickly. Is there anything else you'd like to add, Zach?
No, I'm all good.
Guys, thank you so much for watching again. Zach, these have been so fun to make. I feel like, you know, you and I have been talking about these every week. We look forward to Sunday. You know, I'm like, Zach, as soon as it's over, hop on, let's record. And again, thank you so much for doing this with me, man.
Of course.
I appreciate it. Until next time, guys, Zach's link will be down below. We'll see you guys soon. Peace.